Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise out of the dewy grass. Night has worn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while without turn away. The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you, my friends. It is I, your spiritual entertainer. Nothing more, nothing less. I have an early start today. I have to go somewhere, so I'm starting a few hours early than normal because I have to take my daughter somewhere today. And we also have Keredwin here in the background for your entertainment leisure, my wonderful ancestral goddess. Good to see you. B. Crow is here. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure in the morning. Yeah, our friend Natalie requested that Keredwin be here, so we brought Keredwin here. The High Priestess of the Mountains is here. Gwendolyn Aes Sedai, good to have you here. Garth Keredwin is your love. Yes, everyone loves Garth Keredwin here. May God help you. Yes, I need some help. Bam Bokolat, can you help me? Will you be my salvation, my friend? What must I do to be saved? It seems like it's never good enough for you people, whatever I do. I'm always asked to do more. It's never like good enough for you. Am I a Satanist? Depends on what day of the month. We mix a little Satanism in there every now and then, right? This is my ancestral goddess of my land, of my ancestors, and it is the devil for you, right? Any type of cultural symbolism is automatically the devil, right? For you people, that's how brainwashed you are, right? I can't have any cultural heritage represented because it is the devil, always the devil, right? Would it be so terrible? I mean, really? Yeah, I think it depends on what type of Satanism you're into. As you're coming in, friends, don't forget to hit the like button at the top of your screen. What's up with that? Keredwin wants you to touch the like button. My goddess here. She is asking that the cauldron of the Awan bubble up into your fingers and you go up and touch that like button right there. See what is going on with this? Look at it. It's lonely. Help about out. Spiritual entertainment. 7 days. How's my basement today? Well, it's my mother's basement. There's quite a difference. I don't have my own basement. Look at Mike. He's being nice. Mike, what happened to you? Did you get saved? What's going on? Mike, you're no longer a prick. You're nice now. What happened? Did we grow on you or something? You used to be so mean when you'd come on here. Now you're nice. What's going on with that, Mike? You're pretty high today, AKA? Yeah, well, the high people always find their way here, right? Good to see you, Lotto Gameplays. Good to have you here. Who am I? I don't know. Who are you? I don't know who I am. I mean, that's a serious philosophical question, is it not? How am I supposed to have the answer to that, right? No matter how much you try to understand your humanity, it always will remain a mystery to you. There's never going to be a plateau where you arrive and say, I know, because you are the stuff of infinity, right? Just think if you were able to know, it'd be boring, right? You'd stop in one place, right? Your creativity is unending. Yeah. You're lonely. You must be very, yes, I'm very lonely and sad. Yeah, rub it in my face, won't you? Living in my mother's basement here. Please tell your goddess to pray for your life. Well, the goddess is for everyone. You don't have to ask me. There's no need for mediators. Was Carl Jung a magician? He was an alchemist. I mean, it depends on how you want to term magician, really. Right? He certainly was an alchemist. The way that he understood the psychological dimension. Carl Jung was an alchemist. Nice to see you borrowed. What do you mean borrowed? I don't understand. You're kind of broke, aka, well, stop doing so many drugs. Yeah. Bard is okay. Look, Mike's being nice. What's going on with that? Oh, you're a Dorito? Whatever you want. I'm not here to get in the way of your creativity. If you want to be a potato chip, then go ahead. I'm not here to stop you. I bless you in Kevin Sorbos' name. Thank you. Kevin Sorbos is my savior now. Now, when he was Hercules, he was wonderful. When he was in Andromeda, he was wonderful. Then he got into religion. Now it's terrible. He's a terrible religious actor. You ever see some of his religious movies? Terrible. Kevin, go back to fantasy and science fiction. You're a terrible religious actor. Her name is Kedwin. She brews the owen. Good to see you. Sandra Lynn, nice to see you. It's been a few weeks. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well, Sandra. It's always nice to see you. As you're coming in, friends, like button right there. You see it on the top of Kedwin's head. There is the like button. Go give it a touch. The goddess wants you to touch the like button for your entertainment leisure. I asked you, is my Dorito or not? Number 5, I am a Dorito. I don't believe it. I think you're a regular potato chip. I reject the idea that you are a triangular. I think you are wavy. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. I don't. You are an Illuminati chip with dip. See? Now you're bringing out all the bags of idiot, stupid, ridiculous man-child. Oh, did someone have a little wiener today and you feel all frustrated about it? So you come on here and take it up. It's your God did that to you, not me. I did not punish you with a small penis. Your God did that, right? Is this a cult? Yes, it is. Yeah. Ham sandwich, good to see you. Now this is Bod. That's you like Kedwin here? You like him? You got going on fam. What does that mean? What does that mean? Why are you green? Because you're a community member now. Ham sandwich, don't you? You got a free membership. Now you could join our Discord. There's an About Me right next to that. In my page here, there's a members only tab. There's the link to Discord. You should join us, right? How do you join his membership? Down there is a join button. And if you buy me a coffee, small, medium, or large. The other way is to get a free membership that people give out randomly. I give out 10 free memberships at the beginning of the month. What's going on here? I don't know. Do you know? I'm just an entertainer. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. You love Satan? Well, good for you. Yeah. You're going to join the Discord. Your account is P related. Oh, man. Please tell the government about us. We'd love to be tax-free. Yeah. This is a wonderful religion here that we started, and we are going to file for tax exemption. Yeah. Zerg here. Uno Mas. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Don't ever give Christians emojis. Look what happens. You see how they get out of control with them, the Christians. Look at all these damn emojis here. He is just broke and asking for coffee money. Yeah, I am broke. I got 8 mouths to feed. Let's see here. Good to see you. The servant of Anubis is here. Vixen, good to have you here. Bam Kalat, what is that? I don't know. One could be gifted account. That's pretty groovy. Yeah, I give out free memberships at the beginning of the month, and other people give out memberships too. Amarato is here. And Red. Red is here. Good to see you, Red. Christians. Ravelon. Yeah, they always enjoy what they do, right, when they come on here. The Anaki has entered the chat. Oh, shit. We got all kinds of universal entities here. with us today, right? I would like to be a knight of this goddess. Well, go ahead and ask her. She doesn't mind. Um, is the Discord not a P-friendly space? I am cool with that. I don't exclusively out P. What is? I don't know what that means. Yeah, anyone's welcome on the Discord as long as just be courteous. I mean, that's all we ask. Because we have people that they are there that are they are atheists, they are pagan, they are Satanist, Christian, Muslim, Jew, self-proclaimed deities. You just have to be courteous, right? You're not dead because you're in a Christian country. I don't care. You really think my country is Christian? If it was Christian, don't you think it'd be a lot better, kinder, and gentler place to live? I mean, you're really ridiculous if you think this is a Christian country. It is only a facade. That's what it is. Good morning, servant of the emperor, Blake. Yeah. Let's turn to God. Explains the whole Bible. No, not interested. Ham country sandwich because courtesy is your middle name. Yeah. All right. Yeah. In my hood, they call you Princess Diana. Well, wonderful. Wonderful. Is that what you do in your street prostitution? As you wear that little black dress on the street corner? Princess Diana's here. Are you a wannabe Varg? I don't know what the hell that means. What is that? Most people that claim to be Christian actually aren't anyways. What are you, the captain of the Christian League? You determine who is Christian enough? Yeah. I rebuke you, Merlin. Well, I'm not Merlin, so that doesn't work. Right? I need advice, and you are my favorite person. I feel always keep on telling my friends' secrets to other friends. You keep telling secrets to your other friends. How do you stop? I don't know. I can't help you. I don't have the power to reach out to you. You've lost your mind, and there's nothing I can do to help. I love the picture in the background. That is the goddess Ceridwen. She is the ancestral goddess of Welsh people. One of many ladies, but she is very popular in modern Druidry. And Wicca. Wiccans love Ceridwen too. They think because she has a cauldron, she is a witch. The problem with my ancestors in terms of witchcraft was a created thing by Christians. They are the ones that use that terminology. If you go back in time, all of my ancestors practiced magical arts. There were no witches. Witch is a modern term that came by Christianity. Let's see, where are we at? The book of Job blows. Does it? Yahweh demands that you destroy the Amalekites. We only ask that you destroy the like button at the top of your screen, right there. In Ceridwen's name, the goddess has called you to touch the like button. Our great goddess Ceridwen here, the patron of spiritual entertainment and this great cauldron of the Awen. Yes, she is pretty, right? She probably doesn't look like this. This is somebody's art that you see here. Nobody knows what she looks like, or if she was even real. I am of the belief that she was a real person that was wrapped up in the mythology of people, and now she's a goddess, right? You need some coffee, Red? What do you think? You're some kind of wizard? I'm a bard. That's it. Nothing more than that, really. I'm a wizard in the evenings. If you watch, in the evenings, I play video games, and then you'll see me as a wizard, right? There's a severe lack of likes on this live. Tell them, what's up with that shit? Go up there and touch that like button in Ceridwen's name. The goddess demands that you make the offering of the like button, right? Yeah, I'm being hydrated with the skooma. Got to get that purple skooma. Got moon sugar being baked by my kajits over my house here. False idolatry. This is blasphemy. Yes, I am an idolater. I worship rocks and trees and shit. Yeah. Um, Daniel, you're a Satanist? Yeah, shut up, Johnny. The Manan is a nomad, really. This is blasphemy hour. We are taking our religion to a new level today. Into the toilet we go, where no one ever returns. Am I a gay warlock? I'm a gay Jewish sorcerer. Yeah. You are a servant of McDonald's? Well, enjoy your cheeseburger. McDonald's is not real food, damn it. Don't fall for the lies. McDonald's was created to poison you. It was not created to enlighten you, right? Hail Lord Firth, who the hell is that? Everything said during the next hour doesn't count as blasphemy. I got to be free, got to get the free sin battle pass. Yes, if you get the like button, you have the blasphemy pass this morning. You are free to experience your blasphemy, right? Just think about that for a moment. Step back away from this idea of blasphemy. Do you really think an all-powerful being that has every resource in the universe is offended by a little tiny speck, right? Now, if I was walking by an ant pile and the ants are like, screw you, I would laugh. I mean, that's what blasphemy is. The idea that a God is hurt and gets angry over a finite being expressing themselves against it. Do you really think that a being that takes offense? Only children take offense in that context. I mean, is God a man-child? Is that what you're really saying to me? Oh, the high peak of the zenith. Yes, tell him, Bismarck. Yeah. We don't look kindly on your God, so the feeling is mutual. Yeah, I'm not into deities that act like children. I'm not interested in that at all. The being that I have experienced is reasonable, is good, kind, faithful, true, understands humanity we are weak, we make mistakes, we are prone to err, we are finite beings, right? You need a deity that understands that. If you don't, I mean, what is it to you? You are enslaved to it, right? The Duke of New York, you have the blasphemy pass. God just emailed and said Johnny is an asshole. We got the memoir here of the God sent in all type, and he put it all in caps too. So Johnny is an asshole, right? Am I good enough for heaven? Have you ever lied to store? What is this, the Romans road? Ever lusted or hated? I don't accept the premise that gods are pissed off at you. You people make all of that shit up, right? It is impossible for finite beings to always choose the best. That is our design flaw. If we are designed, then the person that is the designer has the responsibility of taking responsibility for its heir. We are finite beings. And if we offend, it's because you made a shitty automobile that you're driving in now. We broke the laws. Yeah, fuck the law. That's what I say. My spiritual father, he was a Christian man, but he was not like other Christian men. He was filled with the Spirit. There was no doubt about it. But I remember this one gentleman. He came in and he had some type of demonic entity that was always making him feel terrible and always accusing him about breaking God's laws. And this was at a Bible study of all types of Christians. And this guy's like, and my spiritual father says to him, fuck the law. And everybody else left the Bible study because they were offended by it. But that person was healed. That person was able to understand that they are loved by God, even though they don't follow the rules the way that are so-called dictated to them. I mean, gods that need laws are pathetic. The idea that you need to follow these laws and then I will love you. I mean, that's not how real fathers operate. If you are a father, your children will break your rules all the time, but you still love them. The rules are there to help guide. They don't determine the quality of relationship that you have with your children, right? My children break the curfew rule all of the time. They're always late coming home. Should I destroy them? Right? No, that's how your God works, right? The wizard hates automobiles. Yeah. They can feel for us to have the vulnerability, emotional impact is illogical. We got Spock here in the chat. That's illogical. Tell us about the path of logic here. Spock is in the chat here, spitting out the logical bars here. Oh, let's see here. Lasers suck. Yeah, they do. Especially when you got one up your ass, right? The unk is the goat. Thank you, Saint. The flying spaghetti monster requires, we're getting together later at Olive Garden to talk about the future of breadsticks. Yeah. The laws are the same in all religions. If you pay it keeps you from being a dickhead. No, the laws make you a dickhead. The laws are not good. They make you a terrible person. Because when your God it becomes this terrible reality that you must obey, that makes you terrible. When your God's an asshole, you will be one too. It is I've seen it over and over and again. Cosmic poesy, we need to pay attention. Trigonometry is for you. Yeah. No politics, no bigotry, no spam, or my moderators will remove you from being inappropriate here. This is a platform for all people. You are welcome to come here as long as you are courtesy, right? I don't have to agree with you, but you are welcome here as long as you are a person of courtesy. You don't have to agree with me. I don't care. I am an entertainer. I am not always right. I am sharing my experiences. Nothing more than that. Don't forget, like button, my friends, top of your screen. They break their own law and place them. Yeah, pretty much. Victim mentality or victor mentality. I reject the premise. You're up next on Barred Bread Talk with my grinder buddy, Steve. You know what I forgot? Is it Tuesday today? Have we made it to Tuesday? This is when I'm homosexual, right? I always get lost in the week. Yeah, I had to get on early today because I got to take my daughter somewhere. Usually my show starts at 8:30, but I have to go somewhere. You are raw and real. Keep doing what you're doing. You are one of my lovers. You are one of my lovers. You know what it's like. All that passion, right? All that raw love. Am I getting ready to burn in hell? Yes, I have asbestos panties on right now. I am ready. I'm going to burn for my cross-dressing. Yeah. Satan has been the enemy since Jesus in the beginning. We don't care. The enemy of Spider-Man has many faces. Right? Who is the recent enemy of Spider-Man? Himself, right? He creates all of these realities for himself, right? Did anyone see the new Spider-Man? My daughter, she's a big Spider-Man fan. I haven't seen the new one yet, but I heard it is the best one ever. The new Spider-Man, best one ever. Yeah, Tom Holland, right? And his wonderful, adorable. I watched Zendaya grow up. I remember watching Zendaya with my children when she was in that dancing show on Disney. It's just amazing. Yeah, I never wanted to see intimate scenes with Zendaya. It just doesn't work out for me up here. She did a romantic comedy recently as well. And some of Tom Holland, I've watched him pretty much grow up too from all of the movies he has done, right? It's kind of makes you uncomfortable when you see them in intimate scenes because you watch them grow up, right? Am I the only one who feels uncomfortable about that? Jesus loves me so much. Well, thank you. You are going to burn in hell at work, at the chair factory. Oh shit! Yeah, they don't have air conditioner in there, right? Some of these factories are terrible, right? Um, Especially where I live. Now, I used to work at a distribution center for Walmart in Florida. Now, it was either you're in the refrigerator section or you're in the hot section. Both are terrible. Both are terrible. Did you like the new Spider-Man movie? You enjoyed it? Raven Claw, Fox Claw. Yeah, it is the best one. My daughter said it is the best one ever. Love is all that matters. Yeah, that is true. Love doesn't need any rules. You just want to do it. You want to share your life with another person. One brother was satanic worshiper. He turned to Jesus. See how beautiful it is. Why do you judge me? How do you know that I don't have Jesus in my life? You are assuming I am a Satanist. I've never declared allegiance to Beelzebub. You're just being a penis with your religion and judge me. Didn't Jesus talk to you about judgment? Be careful how you judge, because you will receive the same judgment. Right? Isn't that what the teaching is? Why do you ignore it, Mr. Follower of Jesus? You are a hypocrite. You are a charlatan. You are not really a follower because you're being disobedient. Jesus is Lord of all, or he is not Lord at all, right? Lord is not his nickname. If you're going to follow him, don't do it selectively, what you're doing. Satan's retired. That's right, David. I don't believe in any deities. Yeah. If the deity has to believe in me before I have any allegiance to it, right? I can only whisper, but humans are much stronger than, they got nukes, pretty much, right? You shouldn't be afraid of the devil. You should be afraid of your presidents. I mean, some of these people are crazy as hell. I mean, and they got all of this nuclear power. You should be afraid of that. Some of these people are unhinged, right? There's some real unhealth there. We need to, keep our world leaders accountable. Yeah. They're casting the stone. That's right. What is a God to a non-believer? A made-up story, right? If there's no gods here, that you're wasting your time. You're doing make-believe, right? What about Leviathan? It's mythology. It's not real. Oh, let's see. I'm not judging. I'm testifying the beauty of turning from Satan to Jesus. Some of these converts that I've seen to Christianity from like witchcraft and Satanism, they're a joke. They never were a real practitioner of whatever occult thing they were into. They dabbled in it, and they're like, "Oh, I used to be an ex-witch from Wicca, and now I was worshiping a demon and stuff." They're like children that never really were a part of a tradition. Like I've known plenty of witches, and they're not into devils. I mean, it's really ridiculous, these assumptions. There's more evil Christians in the world than there are people who are in like the witchcraft, right? It's the Blair Witch. Yes, that's it. The Blair Witch Project here, right? Remember when the Christians were out protesting that back in 1997 when it came out? Or was it 95? Was it 90? I can't remember. It was in the later 90s when the Blair Witch Project came out. And I remember I was a Christian at the time, and they all wanted to protest the Blair Witch Project, right? See you tomorrow. Mocha. Have a great day. By fundamentalists. Paganism was given a bad rap. Pretty much. Well, you have to understand that a lot of pagans were assholes. just like any other religion that demands sacrifices to gods. This is not a good thing. Paganism that is being glorified does not recognize its history of violence, and it has not contributed to the world. Modern paganism is a whole different beast than what our ancestors practiced. The way that our ancestors practiced their religion was terrible, appeasing their gods or else. That is not good. That's like what Christians do. Christians are like the only paganism that's really left in the world, because they have to appease Yahweh because he is pissed off. Am I a wizard? In the evenings, I'm a wizard. I'm just a bard here, making my way in the world, sharing the love of my goddess, Kedadwin, here with all of you. One time, a homeless dude threw a brick at us. Humans are much scarier. Yeah. If God wants to talk to me, he can, reach out. God to me, see, I don't understand the way God works, but God came to me. I did not find God. I didn't believe the right things. I didn't have the right behaviors. God came to me. If God's not coming to you, that you're wasting your time. You let God come to you. The idea that a finite being has a responsibility to find God, I mean, that's ridiculous, right? I need to find God. God needs to find me. I'm not the one that with all of the power in the universe, right? Derek Bendoverman here. They are protested Marilyn Manson and Eminem. Yeah, they're always protesting. They're always afraid, right? All they did was help Marilyn Manson achieve greater fame, right? He played off of their fears. Do you really think he's a Satanist? I mean, really, that's all for show, right? The beautiful people, the beautiful people. You like how the Catholic Church made Bridget of Chaldea a pagan deity into a saint? Yeah. What we know of Bridget, we wouldn't know without Christianity. There really is no history of a goddess Bridget in terms of what is written down. What Christians did is they preserved that memory. Like we celebrate in the Wheel of the Year, right? Bridget's Day in the spring. That was a Christian holiday. You have to give credit where credit is due. If you're celebrating the Wheel of the Year, St. Bridget's Day, I forgot what it's called, you're celebrating a Christian festival. There was no festival for Bridget. So you have to give credit to the Christians for preserving that memory. Yeah. Very bad word to use. Yeah, I don't care. You could say whatever you want here. I don't care. Yeah. Forced worship or burn in hell. I'll choose your fate. Derek Bendoverman has spoken. Listen to his wisdom, right? Yeah, think about it. If you're being forced to worship, are you really worshiping? If you're forced to behave, are you really behaving? You're putting on a show for a God, is what you're doing. Do you think you're going to scam your God? I mean, if this God is so, judging the heart, do you really think you're going to get away with it? You're just play acting. You're not really interested in the God at all. You're just doing it to get out of hell fire. I mean, you can't scam your deity, right? Baba Gonash is here. Good to see you. Our good friend Baba Gonash and the medieval method. Why are you forced to work for your master? Because you're a slave. The idea that you must call it master, that is slavery, right? You like to role play? What kind? What type of role play do you want to do here? I like the screen and not because you're on it. Why do you like it? Because of the goddess Kedadwin here? I consider myself a pagan Christian. It's not widely expected that I know. I don't like the church, but I love people and nature. Yeah. Well, you are welcome here, Adam. Yeah. I don't care what you're doing. I'm an entertainer. Um, if you are pagan or Christian, you are welcome here. I don't know. You have such powers. You are. Yeah. There are Christian pagans. Jesus is just one of many faces, right? Jesus and Caradwin are friends. Yeah, I don't. I am. I only see myself of seeing deities in archetypes rather than real. Like Caradwin here, she is considered a goddess by some, right? She's an ancestor, and she is revered as a goddess. Was she ever real? Probably not. But her memory is certainly one that takes you to a special place. That is real. That inner psychology is certainly real, and she is a face of many faces. If you are a Hindu, she is Parvati, right? If you believe in the divine Sophia, Proverbs chapter 8, that's her, Keridwen. She is just a face of what is inside of you, of the memory of the lady, right? The Lord and the lady. These are archetypal realities within every human being. We've all come from a mother and a father, right? And so the father and mother have many, many faces. You'll be the bee. Yeah, that's a good method. Now, that was what Christian saint said that? Was it John Chrysostom? You have to be the bee. You go and take what is good and move on. Because there's so many components to a flower that a bee that isn't interested in. Some is poison, right? The bee comes to the flower and takes only the good things from the flower that it needs, that is beneficial. It doesn't not go to a flower even though there's poisons on it, right? It takes only what is healthy. That's a good philosophy. The early Christians were concerned about Greek philosophy because of all the gods. And the fathers of the church said, you know what? Just be like a bee. Only take what is beneficial for you, right? Am I serious or joking? Why can't I be both? I am a comedian. I dabble in the satire. The satirical is my language. And I'm an entertainer, right? Comedy and spirituality together is my thing. Love your speaking bard. Thank you, my good friend Janie. Don't forget, friends, like button right there at the top of your screen. Give it a touch. I am here every day. Now, I'm here early today because I have to take my daughter somewhere. So I'll be here to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll be back tonight to play some video games with you. I don't know what I'll be playing yet. I've been helping a developer out with their game, playing Daverhold. That was last night. I can do that again, but I'm kind of getting frustrated with the game because it isn't complete. Yeah. I am a very deep thinker. Well, are you now? Yeah, it's good to think about why people speak the way they do. Why do they share in the way they do? Instead of outright discrimination just because something makes you uncomfortable, to hear the message of the person, right? Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, brothers and sisters. Thank you for the Emperor, my friends. The Emperor protects. My good friend from the land of the ancestors, Blake, is here. Good to have you here. Caradwin approves. Yeah. God has a feminine face. Her name is Shekinah. That is in the Talmud, right? Shekinah. That to me is a more appropriate face than what has been given unto us, right? The Holy Spirit is feminine. That's what it says in the Hebrew. Yep. Is this prick still on? I don't know. Yeah, you are. We have judged you to be a prick. Shaniqua, you are a prick. We agree with you. And you're still on. when you don't have to be. That's how we know you're a prick, because you start whining about the show when you don't have to be here. What does that make you? Dumb. Very, very dumb. Just like right now, before you mention, thank you, Laura and Margaret, our wonderful friends. Laura and Margaret, here to be your friend. Thank you for being here. There's much to know, certainly. Yeah. C. Bradley, is she purple, Caradwin? No, this is a black and white image here. You are seeing in purple. That maybe the goddess is speaking to you. I stole your spell book. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I needed some rolling papers. I ran out of my rolling papers. And your spell book did the job there. Now my reefer is all magical. Yep. Oh, my. Arbiter Klaus is here. You having a good time? Solomon wrote about wisdom. Isn't that Sophia? Yes. The Proverbs chapter 8, Sophia is a real entity in the cosmos. She is a lady. First Temple Judaism had a lady. Second Temple Judaism did not. That's why you find a lot of strange things in the Old Testament when they're putting it together from various sources. Like, why does it say this? Why does it say that? Why is it pro-lady and not pro-lady here? Right? It doesn't make any sense until you understand you're dealing with two different religions. First Temple Judaism was much different than the Judaism that came from the Second Temple. They had a lady in the First Temple Judaism. Oh, let's see. Oh, my good. Hello, good morning to you. Blue 2. Good to see you. We always love a good Blue 2 is here. Richard Green was an actor. Tell us about his performance. Yeah. Is it magic when I stare into a candle for 60 minutes? Certainly, because who has an attention span to do that? To look into a candle for 60 minutes? I certainly don't. I'd be going blind if I was staring at a candle for 60 minutes, right? What about my fair maiden? What did you do with her? Gwendolyn is in the basement right now. We have locked her up in the basement. If you still on, Gwendolyn, are you down in the basement still? You shall not pass. That's right. Zerg, it's got the pentangles out here for your entertainment leisure. Don't forget, like button right there. You see it? Look, there it is at the top of Caradwin's head. Look at her forehead. You see her forehead? There's a like button. Touch it. Help about out. I do this every day. Like and subscribe and join. Join, right there's a join button. For the price of a cup of coffee, you could support what I do. I do this every day. I am on here every day, and I appreciate people that can buy me a coffee. And you get access to our Discord server if you do that. And all kinds of emojis, as you see some of them here. See, Gwendolyn is trapped in the basement, and she's not getting out until I get 100 likes. We have her all chained up down there. You can only imagine what's going on down there by the local community. You know, it's kind of like I have a zoo down there. People come and watch and stuff. So you can only imagine what Gwendolyn is going through down there. You're putting on your makeup. See, she is getting ready to entertain you down there in the basement. Why are you wearing a robe and carrying a stick? Well, I need a walking stick because I'm disabled. And I'm wearing a cloak, damn it, not a goddamn robe. It is a cloak to honor my ancestors who were bards. It is a bardic cloak. I am a member of the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids, a wonderful spiritual community around the world. And this is how I honor my ancestors. Caradwin is my ancestor. And my goddess that you see behind me here, she is my ancestor. Are you Lord? Yes, I can be your Lord. Hit the like to release Lady Gwendolyn, who is trapped in my basement right now. We have her all chained up. And only you have the power to release her by touching the like button up there. Help Gwendolyn, free Gwendolyn from the basement. Yeah, for some people it's a basement. Other people it's a dungeon, right? Yes, this is wholesome, right? You were thinking not long ago, it says in the Bible, and angels do not have free will. The devil is an angel. Yeah, the devil is a servant in the Bible. He doesn't have the freedom to do whatever he wants. The devil serves Yahweh. There's many, many places throughout the Bible where he is a functioning servant of Yahweh. What does that tell you about your God, Yahweh? He is evil. If you have to have a devil doing your dirty work, that makes you what? Evil. Could you imagine? Now, I have 8 children. Going down and going to some terrible place and bringing home a person who is going to harm my children so I can test them. What kind of father would I be? Someone would call the police, right? If I let a predator into my home, if I went on vacations to Epstein Island with my children, right? Yahweh does this shit and gets a pass because you've been convinced that the Bible is the Word of God. The Bible is not a good book. The God that is described in the Bible is an asshole. He is not good at all. Now, the idea of God being good is appropriate, but the Bible does not describe a good God. You are gooning to this? Good. As long as you're hitting the like button, I don't care. I don't get to see your wiener, right? The giant turtle has trapped you. Free Gwendolyn from the basement. Only you have the power to hit the like button, my friends. Free Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn has to get to work. What if we all was angels? Yeah, why? What? We're not separated from God, right? The devil is among us. Oh my, always. Some people say I got a devil in my pants, right? The devil inside, the devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. As In Excess once said, right? Lucifer was a light bringer. Lucifer was a word created by a Christian saint in the 4th century and added to the Bible. It's never in there. Oh, sounds like some heresy up in here. Many faces of the same being, so true. What do you think of Yamayana, sky god becoming Zeus Odin? You have to understand, the way we describe God doesn't make that God. Now, Odin, if some of his tales were very inappropriate. The idea of an all-father is appropriate, but some of the mythology is terrible. The mythology is not how God is. The mythology describes how we are experiencing God. So when I'm reading about Zeus going around screwing people, that's not really how a father operates, right? These are tales we tell about our gods. So when I'm reading the Old Testament, when I hear about God giving instructions to murder children, I know that's not how God operates. That's how certain people of our ancestors understood the deity, right? There is an all-father. There is one father, there's one mother, and they're wonderful. But the way we talk about them is inappropriate sometimes. And you shouldn't be stuck with a terrible God. If you serve Odin, you should see Odin as the most wonderful father ever, right? The same thing if you are your Christian father, the father of heaven. He should be the most wonderful thing. He should not be like the Bible describes him, making him into an asshole, right? Some of your Celtic brothers and sisters have fallen into Christianity. I don't hate them. They're just lost. Yeah. Well, it depends on the kind of Christianity. Christianity has a healthy side to it, right? Especially when it's mixed with your folk traditions. Like in Ireland, the Christianity was less controlled and very healthy in many respects. And not everything in Christianity is terrible. It's just when they insist that God is a certain way, when God is not this way at all. The idea of salvation to me is abhorrent. The idea that you need to be saved from a God. This is a terrible belief system. Now, my oldest son, he goes to church, and he's a universalist. And now I don't believe we're going to be saved, but I think the way that he talks about salvation to me is most appropriate if you want to go that route. The idea that God wants to save everyone. Doesn't matter how wicked you are and how well you follow the rules or how much you believe it. The idea that God is a real savior that saves everyone, I think, is most appropriate. Take care, Red. Do you think the media is evil? Most of it, yes. Every time I turn on the news, there's an agenda there that wants to make me a terrible person. It's hard to find a news which is just news. There's always an agenda that wants to bring you into an ideology and control the way you think and how you treat other people. Yeah. The Coyote is here. Good to see you. Who owns the media? Bradley, the archons, basically, in my opinion. Not all Druid girls smell bad. Where is that coming from? Where is that coming? You're going to insult Gwendolyn here. Just because she lives in my basement doesn't mean she smells bad, right? Shouldn't follow everyone he did or said. And Odin is the same. You shouldn't do everything they say. You should only do what is right, right? I'm playing with fire. Yeah. This is a psyop to convert you to paganism. I'm not a pagan. I'm an entertainer. Most of my ancestors were pagans, right? Just as your ancestors would be, right? I'm not a pagan. My friends are pagans, but I am not. I am a mere entertainer. I'm probably more of a Christian than I am a pagan. Take care, Red. Take care of yourself. I've heard of comparison with Yahweh in the Old Testament later in the Bible being interbly changed, referred to as Satan. Yeah, a lot of Gnostics, they understood that Yahweh was a Satan. Yeah. Look how he acts. Why you have to step out of the text for a moment and stop interpreting it by a theological contradiction and just read it for how it is. Like I can read about Zeus, for instance, him going around violating women and say, what an asshole, right? He's not a real God to me in that respect. He is just an archetype that a culture has put a face on. And when I read the Bible, I see the same thing. This God is not a good God. He does terrible things to people. And to call him good is a contradiction. To defend him is an evil. When Christian apologists defend their God for giving instructions to murder children, for instance, you are supporting evil. And you are evil to me. Oh, let's see. Do I like the Fredius stars? What is that? What is that? Big love from Ireland. We love our Irish friends here. And the Welsh. The Welsh and the Irish, they always find their way here. Yeah. I'm sorry if she has Gwendolyn has fallen in love with you. Maybe you could be Gwendolyn's savior here today. Touching the like button. Gwendolyn is trapped in my basement. Maybe only you have the power to set her free. I'm not letting her out until I get 100 likes. She's going to remain there. And she needs to go to work. Zeus is a fictional character. No, Zeus is not a fictional character. Zeus is an archetype of a culture and people, of a divine father. The fiction is not the same thing as a mythology. Mythology has a cultural memory. It is psychological. Fiction is watching He-Man. That is not real. Mythology has reality in it. I mean, this is stupid to think of ancient peoples as doing their religion as a fiction. I mean, it's really ignorant. Who are the archons you mentioned? The archons are beings to me that run our world in an inappropriate way because we've let them run the world. They control us. They feed off of our fears. Fear is an energy. It is a power. And through our politics and our religion, these archons are eating it all up. They're sucking up all of that energy. Without our politics and religion, they would have no power. That is how they thrive. Now, they certainly could be real people in this world, or families, or entities. There's different ways people interpret the archons. I mean, it's based in the Gnostic tradition, but I think it's very real. The idea of an archon. Oh my. Corporation America, yeah, run by the archon. Shalom, Xavier. Shalom, Mishpoka. The warrior poet is here, good to see you. The reptilians, yeah. I mean, are there real reptilians? Probably not. But the idea of a people controlling us, that is real. There are agendas, and they're very obvious, right? Let's see here. You are a devotee of Poseidon? What do you feel about him screwing Medusa, violating her, and then Athena punishing her for that? If you are a devotee of Poseidon, how can you justify that behavior? Right? Now, if Poseidon is a mere archetypal reality for you, and you would reject this idea of violence towards women, then that would be more of an appropriate form of paganism. Paganism that follows the book of Poseidon, the ideas, the memories. Poseidon is an asshole. He violated Medusa, and then she gets punished for it by Athena. That is a terrible cultural memory that is lived out in the mythology, right? Now, you could love the ocean, you could love the sea. There's certainly an element that is living in that. But if you are going back to the old ways, shame on you, right? Don't you all think the government will F me over today? Probably. Yeah. Aries is the only god who didn't abuse wisdom. That is true. But at the same time, a war god is abhorrent. The idea that we need a god to support war is not a good thing. Now, you can reinterpret Aries as a being that represents strength in terms of virtue, not strength by destroying others, but by an internal strength. That is a different way to approach how our ancestors approached. Like the idea of the Morrigan as a warrior god that supports wars, to me, is bullshit. Certainly a goddess of fate, but the idea that she's out there, whoever beats their shields the most, I'm going to help them out. To me, that is bullshit. Yeah. Is this D&D? I play D&D at night. On this channel every Friday night, we have a live stream Dungeons & Dragons game. Jesus intercedes on our behalf with God. There's no need for an intercessor. There's no need for a mediator. You're not separated from God. Jesus should help you to see that God is completely here with you. You don't really class yourself as a pagan anymore. I don't really know what I am, but I know you have many gods, right? And these gods are living realities to you that help you to be a good person in the world, right? And if a god had a teaching that was abhorrent, you would reject them. I mean, that's how a lot of modern pagans are. The gods are archetypal. They are certainly cultural memory that is passed on through our mythologies, but the gods are much more than what we write about them, right? Like Caledwin here, she is a real person. Caledwin is an ancestor, right? Now, what do we write about here? Is that all true? It's all allegory, really. Forced doctrine is the only absolute truth. Yeah, for evil religions, right? The kingdom is within. The kingdom is also without. The idea that everything wonderful is only inside of you is an evil teaching. Our ancestors were into escapism. They wanted to get out of here. So there's only kingdoms inside. There's only a soul. There's only a spark. This is a bad teaching. The world you live in is wonderful. Everything is connected. Everything is beautiful. And you can find infinity in a grain of sand, right? You can find heaven in a wildflower, as William Blake once taught us, right? It's all here. You have to open up the doors of perception to see that you're not separated from God, and neither is the ground beneath your feet. It's all here, right? The idea that there's a spark inside me, that the only thing that matters is inside me, isn't bad teaching. Our ancestors, they didn't like the world they lived in. They wanted to escape it. So they created these ideas that all that matters is inside of you, or going to a place above or below. These were bad teachings that were created during a time of crisis living. They lived always, they could die at any moment. We don't live that way anymore. We have evolved in terms of our societies, most of them, right? So our religion should evolve too. Lilith is a wife of Cain. There's no historical connection to what Jewish people really believed about Lilith. These were later stories that were based on a Mesopotamian child-snatching deity known as the Lilith. And it's respun in a positive way for like modern people that dabble in the occult, right? Good morning, ELP. The Emperor protects, my friend. The Emperor has brought you here. We have to get back in serving the Emperor together. You and our fellow Space Marine here, Blake, we must serve the Emperor together soon, right? Lilith was the first woman made by God, and that is a modern mythology. That is not historical. That was created out of esotericism. There's no historical evidence that Jewish people actually believe that. And when the Bible was being created, you have Isaiah mentioning Lilith because she's a Mesopotamian deity that would consume your children. She lived in the desert with other beings. She was not a good guy. She was a bad mythology that scared the shit out of people. But you could believe what you want. I'm just an entertainer. You are a salamander. Look at you. Is that where the Lilith fair came from? Yes. That is like modern feminism. They use Lilith as an icon, right? That's all based in later forms of storytelling. It's not a real biblical narrative at all. You believe in the teachings of Jesus? Well, good. I certainly do as well. The good ones. Yeah. My doors of perception want to open up. Yeah. And you have the power to do that, right? Don't edit the truth, wizard. What truth are we talking about here? Melissa, we don't do scripture here. Melissa, if you want to talk to us about your religion, you are free to do so. But only children copy and paste scriptures. I'm not going to get converted to your religion by you spamming scripture verses. I will certainly convert to any religion that is helpful to me as a human being. Do I do weddings? No, I do not. The different types of perspective, interesting here. Everything is connected. Cold fusion wielding shows are the best. 2 pieces of gold, clean them, rub them together. Look at you. All the electrons are coming together for you in the right place at the right time. Follow Jesus. How do you know I don't follow Jesus? You're judging me. Didn't Jesus say, he who is not against me is for me? And what are you doing? You're judging me. You're doing what he told you not to do. You need to follow Jesus. You're not following him by being a nuisance. Backdoor the perception is open every Tuesday and Thursday. Do you believe Zozo people say it? I don't know what the hell that is. What is a Zozo? Is that like Gonzo from the Muppets? I have no idea what the hell it is. Like button, my friends, at the top of your screen. There it is. Touch it. Help a bot out. I do this every day for your entertainment leisure. and I'm going to be here for another hour and 10 minutes. We don't do politics. We don't care about people fighting in wars, picking sides. I'm for all of humanity, not for certain nations. Some nations are terrible. The idea that we have to pick a side when they have never been healthy or good and have promoted values. I think I'm all for Canadians. You read the Bible, it was pretty shit. Yeah, the Bible has wisdom in it, but the way you interpret it, you have to be careful, right? You're drinking 33 pints. Damn, how are you going to stand? After 4 pints, I'm good. At 33, no, I wouldn't be able to stand anymore. You're on the good guys team. So awesome, so amazing. You have come to join the side of goodness. You're scared of Canadians? The last lost boy is here. There's a balance in between. Yeah. Talk about the king of Canada. They follow the Geneva checklist. Is that what you do? Mr. Mimi uses Confucian. It was super effective. You think so? I don't know what the hell that means, right? I've been reading the Bible for something to read. Lots of inconsistencies. Kind of a boring story. Yeah, it's an ancient one, right? We don't have a king here. No, Keredwin is our queen. Keredwin is our queen. I gotta go wake up my daughter. I'll be right back because she has to get ready. Give me a moment here. I'll bring the tortoise to you, my friends. Gotta wake up the daughter here. Are you awake? What time do we need to leave? We're gonna be there at 9. So 10 after 9. Do I need to go in there with you? So I just wait out the parking lot? Okay. What, 3 hours? I'm gonna go shopping. All right. You have to be there all 3 hours? Oh man, this is terrible. She's got dust all over her. We gotta get that changed. All right, friends, here comes the tortoise. My daughter's awake. I gotta take her to some orientation at her school today. There she is, right there. You see her? Oh, my tortoise. For your entertainment leisure, from the cauldron of Keredwin, we have Lady Tortoise here for your entertainment leisure. You see her, she's just waking up. She's like, what's going on here? I need a strawberry, 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 strawberry. She loves strawberries in the morning. And cucumbers and romaine lettuce. Ooh, look at the tortoise. Oh, the tortoise loves you. The tortoise loves you. All right, I got to put it back in the cage. The tortoise loves you, my friends. I guess I'll just bring all your brothers with me. Oh my. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. 7 days a week in Keredwin's Day. Don't forget to hit the like button at the top of your screen. I'm going to be here for another hour. I had to get out early today because I got to take my daughter somewhere. But then I'll be returning to you in the evening to play some video games with you. I don't know what I'll be playing with yet. I might do Dwarva Hold one more time because I've been helping the developer out to promote his game. Good morning, Viper. Good to have you here. Spiritual entertainment. Their shells make good bowls. You make your cereal bowl out of a tortoise. Right. She's not offended because she doesn't understand English. Yeah. This is heresy. Where's the heresy? Having a tortoise? Is that a heresy for you? Heresy, if I belong to a certain religion and I'm teaching differently, that is heresy. Heresy has a context. Now, I am not part of your religion, so I cannot be a heretic. I could certainly be an apostate because I've left your religion and I'm teaching against it. An apostate would be more of an appropriate term to use for me. The apostate bard. Yeah. I was ordained, so renouncing the church and would make me an apostate, 100%. Heresy is anything against the God Emperor. That's right. The Emperor protects. We're tired of all the servants of Nergal are on here, spreading lies, wanting to love Xenos. You're all foul to me. The Nergal lovers out there, this evil entity that sows chaos in the cosmos. The Emperor will protect us from you. You suffer alone. You don't need my sympathy. Well, what type of suffering are we talking about here? What type of suffering? Are you leaving, honey? I gotta give my wife a kiss goodbye when she is leaving here, which will be in a few moments. Put an end to this madness of the streams. Come back to Jesus. Leroy, I never left Jesus. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you need to start following him. Stop judging other people. All hail the God Emperor. We were founded as a Christian nation. No, we weren't. That's all bullshit. We didn't start becoming a Christian nation until like World War II. We are a secular nation, the United States. And the idea that we are Christian is bullshit. That's not what the founding fathers, they didn't want a religious nation. They wanted you to have the freedom. I mean, their religion was terrible. I mean, most of them were deists. That's a terrible religion, right? I mean, God being an astronaut that winds it all up and leaves us behind. Do you need something, honey?
No, I think my phone's downstairs.
Oh. All right, let me give my wife a kiss goodbye here. Oh, my. Thanks for the good time last night. All right. I walked the wife out. She's on her way to her office. And now I am here alone with all of the children, leading them, feeding them, guiding them. Do I have a tattoo? Yes, I do. I have this symbol of love, a Japanese symbol for love on my back. Good to see you, Kiki. When I was, I think, 18 years old, I had a girlfriend and we got matching tattoos. We thought it would not be a good idea to have each other's names because we did not know if there'd be a future for us. So the idea that just getting a symbol of love was more appropriate. It was a good idea too, because we're not together, obviously. Yeah. Let's see. Slanish has him or her influence in society. It must be banished for the good. Yes, we must get rid of Slanish, everything that contradicts the eternal emperor. We must stand up against it, my friends. Yeah. Oh, yes, yeah. You want to get a tattoo of a samurai? Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah. The samurais have a beautiful tradition, right? Smoky eyes. What's got smoky eyes? Many ex-girlfriends? Oh, certainly. Yeah, I was like codependent on females for many years when I was young. Blake here has a lot of Viking tattoos. He's got it in the name of his children in runes. He's a walking Nordic artwork. Where were you in the army at any point in your life? I did attempt to join the army when I was 18 years old. And I got in a terrible accident, which screwed up my knee forever. So I had taken the test. I've been visiting my recruiter. And then, probably about, from going further, I got this accident that I have a messed up. I've had several surgeries on my knee, so I was not able to join. the army. I wanted to join the army because you get to travel the world. You get to make wonderful friendships with people that last forever. I mean, there's always the dark side of joining is war, right? But I think it's a wonderful opportunity for people to travel the world and make friends, right, in the military, and you get to serve your country. I think those are all wonderful things that the army has for people. But unfortunately, I was not able to continue that path. The gods deemed otherwise, right? You had a good night too, Bart? Oh, yes, yes. Um, Thank you for your service. I did take an arrow to the knee, basically. My right knee is just, it's gone, right? Um, you thank the heroes as well? Yeah, yeah, we have a lot of military that watch me. I support and honor people's sacrifices. I think that is a virtuous thing to do. Now, not everybody in the military is virtuous, right? But some people are, and to uphold that principle, I think is a healthy thing for society. That you have people that are willing to do jobs that nobody else will do to serve you, right? Um, SAS is badass. What is that? Luckily, God is slow to anger. What a dick. I want to get your God angry today. You're slow to anger now, asshole? Can you see this? Are you still slow to anger? Get real angry, real fast. Yeah, don't be threatening me with your evil God, Billy. I'm not afraid here. Luckily, he's slow to anger. Well, hurry up and get angry. Here's the sign of the cross to you. You evil and vile God. Screw you. Don't threaten me with your God. God will not be mocked. Yeah. Fuck your God, Missy. Fuck your God. I'm mocking your God. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Lynn, good to see you. Yeah. It's terrible when people threatening you with your God, right? Nothing's happening. Nothing will ever happen. God is good and God is wonderful. God is not in the business of destroying humanity. God is in the business of loving humanity. And you people make me sick the way that you talk about my God. You disgust me. You want to join the army? I did 2 years of training and they found out about my heart condition. You got immediately kicked out. Yeah, that's unfortunate, right? Things like that. Now I had asthma and the recruiter told me not to tell anybody. Oh, God doesn't have to do anything. You already make yourself foolish enough. Well, fuck you and your God, Stacy. How do you like that? They love to threaten, don't they, Kevin? The grandson of Gordie Howe is here, our resident mythicist, right? The light shines in the darkness and it doesn't comprehend it not. Well, fuck off then. If we are dark here, you don't belong here. We are serving the devil here, right? You are helping the algorithm for Satan now by commenting. Yeah. The flying spaghetti monster will smite you and noodle fly your penis. Yeah. What happened if you're wrong in the afterlife? I will enter the afterlife with integrity, knowing that God is good and wonderful. And he's not an asshole. Now, if God is an asshole, I will say, I'm sorry. I thought you were good and wonderful. I told people you were wonderful. I stood for you being a wonderful and benevolent being. When I didn't know you were an asshole, I'm sorry. That's what I will do. Yeah, all these people, Leroy's living in fear here. Living in fear. You don't love your God, Leroy. You're afraid of it, which is a shame. You cannot love God if you're afraid of it. I mean, what a terrible thing you're doing. You're making people, your behavior in life, when you're living, you're afraid of going to hell, you only behave because of fear. Now, I behave because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy loving my God with the way I live. You do not. You are living in fear. You're false. You only behave because you have to. You are living a false life. You don't really care about God at all. You're only doing it because you're afraid. You have to live the Leroy Jenkins. At least I have chicken. Spiritual entertainment. Touch the like button, my friends, at the top of your screen today. I'm going to be here another hour for your entertainment leisure. Yeah, don't be afraid, Leroy. Don't be afraid. It's time to transition to the seat because I need to sit down because of my arthritis. So we'll do that. Your body will be prepared for hell. You have no idea what's in store for you. I pray. Yeah, fuck you, Sherry. Fuck you. You're evil God I reject. I mean, these people are, it does piss me off that they are making God into an asshole, right? They're not helping people to love God. They're making you afraid of God. These people are sick. They are sick in the head. And they don't care about God at all. They are afraid of God. Therefore, they do their religion. If they really loved God, they wouldn't have to go around making people afraid. People would see how wonderful it is to love God in them, right? What happens if there's nothing after death? It's just a void. Then shit happens. Yeah. Christians think of worship of God. They're worshiping a book. Yeah, pretty much. That's what they're doing. Yeah. YouTube voices. Yeah. What if Christians were wrong of the afterlife and should have worshipped Buddha or Vishnu? Yeah. What if you're wrong? Right? Now, the idea of being wrong, do you really think God gives a shit? You know, if you have a good, benevolent being, understands the finite nature of human beings, do you really think that God will hold that against you if it is good? I mean, come on. Are you people that stupid? Right? Every chat on YouTube is filled with Jesus junkies, right? Kindness is king. That's right. Be grateful for the time we have in existence. And if there's nothing else, so be it. Yeah, I am not a believer in nothing. It is unscientific to assume that there's nothing. We certainly have memory in our DNA and life, and I think those memories continue on. You think about this in terms of physics, right? You will always exist. The past always exists. Now we experience time in a way that we only see what we're seeing here. We can't perceive time the way that time is rolling out because we don't have the ability to comprehend that. But you're always going to be here, right? You are here forever. You exist in time, space now. You're always going to be here. You're always going to be here. That's a scientific fact. You believe in consciousness as an aspect of physics too? Yeah. You're always going to be here. You're always going to be here. Oh, poor Junior. No one wants to look at your penis, Junior. That's inappropriate. Please stop talking about your penis while you're here. We are not interested in it. I have my own penis that I use for enjoyment purposes. I don't need to talk about yours. Vixen, I could prove that I'm more man than you are. Your penis is bigger than Vixen's. I believe it. Yeah. Vixen's penis is quite invisible. I've seen Vixen. I'm pretty sure that the penis is invisible. Yeah. God is alive. Then God must make that known to me. Yeah. We are certainly infinitive. That's right. That's a fact of science. You're always going to be here. You exist in time, space. Right? Yeah. Prove it then, Leroy. Yeah. Prove us. Have you seen Vixen? Yeah. Yeah. Vixen's like, prove it. Oh. Yeah, that's some really childish shit, by the way. Yeah, really childish. Don't forget, my friends, like button at the top of your screen. I'm going to be here for another 50 minutes. Help about out, like, subscribe, join. Buy me a coffee. No one's bought me any coffees this month, the month of August. I need those coffees, friends. Help about out here. I do this for a living, right? But you can't prove anything you're saying. There's a millions that follow Buddha. What about them? I don't give a shit. I don't have to prove anything. I'm an entertainer. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you believe the things I do. I am not here to prove anything, Leroy. I don't care. Yeah. My churn dog billionaire is here from the United Kingdom. Good to see you, my good friend. Chum dog billionaire. Spiritual entertainment. 7 days a week I am here. Here early today. Starting your day here with the Bard. Don't forget to like. Leroy is arguing with someone who does this for entertainment. Yeah, that's like going on to Disney World and arguing with Mickey Mouse. Can you prove that this is really a kingdom, Mickey? Can you prove to me that you're a mouse? Right? I'm an entertainer. There is only one God. I don't care. Yeah. This is false, Billy. Yeah. Prove it, Billy. Yeah. You're a tri-martolode. What is that? Unknown I am? What is that? I don't know what the hell that is. There is more proof of many gods than there is one God. Yeah, in terms of historical presentation of our ancestors, there's always been lots of them. If you understand, like if you go to like a religious class at a university, they will teach you that the first religion is not monotheistic. That all we have from history, the oldest history is Hinduism, and there's never been a monotheism. Monotheism is a modern invention that was created to control people, to control the narrative, to control the place where you are to worship. That is a very ingenious way to control people. Is that your dream girl? Yes, Kataduin is my dream girl. Right there. Yep. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, Leroy. Leroy, why are you showing everyone your penis today? He's not trying to prove anything. It's an opinion. And I add comedy. Yeah, I'm a comedian. Don't take anything I say seriously unless you find value in it. I don't care. I am just merely an entertainer here to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I want to talk about the Eternal Emperor here. Serving the Emperor is the right thing to do, in my opinion. You can prove that I can bench more. With your penis, you're quite an acrobat, right? How do you get the weight handle on your wiener head? That's what I'd like to know. You're a real talent. We got some real talented people here on to come on here. Reality itself is chaos. It certainly is. Yeah. We will all be judged eventually. Yeah. God to me is a lover, not a judge. Now, the idea of a judge is a terrible fate for anyone. The idea of a lover is more appropriate, in my opinion. Oh, Leroy. Yeah, I think Blake is quite I've seen Blake. He is a muscle man. I think he could probably pick you up over his head and spin you around. Polytheism associated gods with forms which Plato created. Aristotle simplified it. Yeah, Aristotle sucks. Yeah, compared to Plato. Plato was more fun. Yeah, Aristotle cut all out of all of the bullshit, right? Well, Plato really created a monotheism, a monad. The gods were not really had any value after that, right? They just pointed the direction to the one, right? That all philosophies head towards a unity, which is, I think, is inappropriate. There has to be a unity. There has to be a source, right? That being said, there's still hope for you. Thank you, Billy. I'm glad there's still hope for me, that your God is not going to punish me in the end. Yeah. You've been lifting your life, Leroy. I could outlift you. Everyone's got their penises out today. Yeah. The toad is croaking. The frog is hopping. The deer's antlers are dropping. Leroy is manly here. He's got the giant penis he's showing to us today. John the Baptist is here with the face of Charles Manson. These are the real theologians here. Let's see what he has to say. Get a job. He's calling me a Jew. Very appropriate, right? Racism. Sad. Melissa can't control herself here. What has she got? Read the Bible. I'm illiterate, Melissa. I don't know how to read, so I can't read the Bible. So I apologize. That's usually people that have nothing to offer you in terms of spirituality. They'll tell you to read a book because they don't have anything to give you, right? Go read this book. Why can't you be the book to me? Why do I need to read it? Why can't you show it to me? What are you lacking, Melissa? No one's interested in your religion here. Why? Your religion is dead. That's why, Melissa. Dead like you are. You're living in a false hope, a false religion. It really has no value if you have to read a book. Right? People should see it in you, Melissa. Why aren't people interested in your religion, Melissa? What are you doing in your life where you are not a light on a hill? Right? Why are you covering yourself up with this false religion? You'll be lifting on behalf of the Kabbalah community here. I have found the truth. I'm at peace with it. Well, then everyone should see it, Billy. Right? Yuppie Dum Dum is here. Yeah. Top of the morning to you, Bruce. Good to see you. If witchcraft is real, then Jesus is real. Pretty much. Yeah. Yahweh promised his people a new land of milk and honey. Then he killed all those people off. What a good God. The Bible, the Abrahamic faith is racist. You don't have that conversation. I mean, they tell you you're the chosen people, and they give you an excuse to murder your neighbors. That is evil. That is racism. That's where the roots of this Abrahamic faith is. It's racist. You could take slaves in the name of your God. It's not a good religion. It's racist. Hail Kedadwin. Let's see here. I'm at peace with your choice, and we don't care. Teenagers from us, and we don't care. Right? Turtle is here, the lover of turtles. Yeah, the police video where the guy screams Yahweh is hilarious. I'll have to look that one up. King James destroyed us as people. The Bible perpetuates and promotes neurosis. Yes, it does. How would capes work? It's not a cape, damn it. It is a cloak. What the hell's wrong with you? Capes don't have this. It is not a goddamn cape. I'm not out fighting crime. Batman has a cape. This is a cloak. Damn it. Damn. Oh, let's see here. Where are we at? There are approximately 500 trillion gods. Yeah, whatever you want to be. I don't care. Is there an airbender badge or waterbender badge? Yeah, we have those achievements for our members here. It'll pop across your screen. Join our community. There's a join button here if you want achievements. Yeah. It's a cloak, damn it. Batman has a cape and cowl. No, he does not, Leroy, damn it. Batman fights crime with a cape. I have a cloak. The cloak is for entertainment. Am I a superhero? Yes, I am. Super bad. Leroy has got to be one of the most uneducated blockheads you have ever seen in the chat. Oh my. Yeah, you ever see Gumby, the blockheads? That's Leroy right there. Always trying to mess up Gumby and Pokey by creating all kinds of ridiculous traps and things. That's Leroy right there. The Bible is evil. I agree. The Bible is not a good book. There's instructions on how to murder people in there. Why do you want to call it a good book? Right? It promotes genocide, inappropriateness, harm of people, a violation of ladies. I mean, it is not a good book. You are really deceived if you think it is a good book. It is a terrible, terrible book. Right? A cloak for invisibility always worked. And yeah, Harry Potter. Now, if I could be invisible, I would be a millionaire, right? I'd walk into the bank, walk out. Now, so unfortunately, it's not for invisibility. Now, that would be wonderful if it was, right? Bardman is better. Bardman. Bardman. Pow. Zowie. Boom. Bardman. Yeah. I help old ladies across the street. I rescue cats from being captured in the trees. I am Bardman. Right, Goblin? Bardman. Maybe everyone in our Discord community, on our Discord channel, I'll get cloaks for all of you, and we'll go out and fight crime together. We'll be like an organization of crime fighters. That sounds like fun. Good morning, Tony. Starborn is here. Glad to have you here, Tony. They're darn cloak blockers, right? Always blocking our cloak fun here that we have, right? You just stole it. There it is. It's all yours now. Make sure that if you are a community member, make sure you get your cloak. You get good ones on Amazon. That's why I got this one. I got it on Amazon. Laura and Margaret, happy, happy, joy, joy. That's all we have here. This is comedy, by the way, if you didn't understand that. People come on here, they take everything so seriously. They don't understand. I am a comedian. I represent the comedy branch of the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. None of my Druid friends, my brothers and sisters, none of them do comedy. I haven't met one. They're all very serious about life. And that's wonderful. So I represent the comedy of my order. Help Brother Bard out. Like and subscribe, friends. I need 25 more likes before I leave today. I got another 30 minutes to get them. If I don't get that, I have to do street prostitution again. Yeah, my wife's like, if you don't get 100 likes, you're going to that street corner today. So please help me out. I'm too old to do prostitution. But my wife, she is my pimp. You want a Ric Flair cloak? Does he still wrestle? Yeah. It's crazy. You got 77K subscribers now. Yeah, I started out the beginning of the week with 75. It usually at the beginning of the month, it really gets, and then it starts going slow by the end of the month. It's really weird, the algorithm. At the beginning of the month, it goes really up, and then it goes like a limp penis. It's a strange phenomenon. George is here. George Lord. All hail George Lord. Good to have you here. Crimes were existing poses a moral quandary to the low-tier College 101 worldview. Well, you don't have to go to college to have intelligence. The idea that people would insult you based on your college education is terrible, right? Some of our greatest people of the world, like, did not go to college, right? Some of our billionaires, right? College is wonderful if you can do it, but even people that go to college are stupid. Yeah. Oh, Fiona is here. Hello, Wild Carey, Ireland. Fiona the Bard and Farmer is here for your entertainment leisure today. from the Kingdom of Kerry. She has a beautiful channel, her YouTube channel, with all kinds of stuff from Ireland, like fairy forts, cows, Greenland, and strange sexual deviancy on her channel. Let's see here. They're against TOS. What the hell is a TOS? YouTube needs more Bluetooth commercials. I agree. I didn't get enough of them, so I had to get YouTube Premium again. YouTube has always got a great concern with your penis and keeping it stiff. So if you don't have YouTube Premium, 90% of your commercials, if you're over the age of 40, it's going to be about how to keep your wiener nice and stiff and hard. Is there any other people over 40 here that knows what I'm talking about? You get on YouTube, it wants to get your penis hard. Thank you, YouTube, for being concerned with my penis. I really appreciate your concern. Yeah, awesome and amazing. You are from Ireland as well? Yeah, Fiona's going to start spitting out the Gaelic bars here in a moment. Terms of service for YouTube Duke of New York is being concerned with the stiffness of your wiener, right? I mean, YouTube is notorious for it. When I don't have YouTube Premium, I get on every commercials about making my wiener hard. I don't want my wiener hard. I have 8 children already. I want my wiener to stay impotent. YouTube, please understand that. I don't want any more children. I have enough of them. The wiener not working anymore has been the best thing that's happened in my life. I could think about other things in life now. There's a reason why they call it your second head, right? It's always telling you what to do and how to live and how to behave. When you're older, when your wiener doesn't work anymore, you can think critically about life again, right? Your wiener's not in control anymore. I don't want Bluetooth. I want my wiener to stay where it is at. Not interested anymore. Yeah. You don't get any of it? You're 58 Mara. Well, happy birthday to you, our friend, the Chum Dog Billionaire. You're going to get plenty of penis commercials on YouTube, aren't you? Now that you've said 58, the algorithm's like, oh, now we're going to give him some wiener commercials. Send him some Bluetooth commercials, right? How much can you bench press? Not much at all. I'm not a lifter of weights, right? Yeah, it's sad when you think being a man is wrapped up in how much strength you have physically, or how big your penis is, or how many people you can beat up. I mean, that's a really sad and pathetic form of manhood. True manhood is in how well you can love your family, how well you can love your neighbor, how well you can love your enemies. Being able to die for the sake of love, that's what makes you a real man. You know, Jesus Christ to me is a real man because he is willing to die for what he believes in, right? That is real manhood. You know, the idea, like when you're older, what type of memories are you going to leave behind for your community, for your family, for your friends? Oh, I was able to lift 250 pounds at the bench. You know, having good physical health is a good thing, but that doesn't make you a man. I'm sorry to tell you that. You've been lied to. You know, that's a very shallow form of existence. When people come on here and start talking about weightlifting. When I was a teenager, I got into weightlifting. You know, I took all kinds of supplements. Now it's all flab. I mean, it over the years it changes, right? But when I was younger, I was into that. Now I don't care. I'm in excellent physical health. If you're really concerned for my health, my doctor wants to tell you that for my disabled functioning body, I'm in excellent physical health, right? Yeah, even my doctor wants to get my wiener hard. He's like, how are you in the bed chambers? I'm like, I had 8 children. I don't want any more. Leave my wiener alone, doctor. You know, you don't see Jesus being like, bro, how much do you bench? Jesus is not interested in that. Bodily exercise profits you little. Exercise godliness is what the apostles said, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting to be healthy and to be strong, but a lot of this is vanity. You're investing your life into something that does not deliver, that does not sustain humanity. This is a false, people that are into bromaxing, changing your appearance. It's all vanity. It doesn't do anything for the world. It gives you a false understanding of yourself, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting to be healthy, to have a social life, right? When you're younger, you want to make sure everybody thinks your penis is large, right? You're responding to hormones. You want to find the proper mate, so you get all the muscles and things. All of that shit disappears, right? If you really want people to love you for who you are, you have to develop virtue, right? Because if you marry somebody who's only into how big your muscles are, what's going to happen when you get in a car accident and you can't bench press anymore? Where is that person going to be? They're going to leave you. They're not going to love you for who you are, right? Finding people that love you for who you are is what you should be into. But first of all, you have to be doing the same thing. You have to learn to love people for who they are rather than what they can deliver to you. My daughter learned a valuable lesson recently that took me most of my life to learn. She had a friend in this youth group that she's in, talking about friendships, right? And my daughter says, if you want to be my friend only because I do certain activities, then you're not really my friend. Friendship is based on self-giving, not because of what the other person can do for you, but because you want to be their friend. That is a very rare thing to learn as a young person. It took me 50 years of life to look at another human being and say, I want to be your friend. You don't have to ever return that friendship, right? When I entered into this form of life, there's a druid friend of mine. I'm like, I'm going to be your friend. You don't ever have to be my friend back, but I will always be your friend. That is a real friendship. When the other person doesn't have to do anything to deserve or earn, you just choose to see that other person as worthy of your friendship, of your devotion. That's what the world needs today. And that's what real manhood is, when you can love another person unconditionally. Do you do this for money? Yes. Instead of working at McDonald's? Yes. I wouldn't be able to work at McDonald's. I can't stand all day flipping burgers. Mortal Kombat friendship. Yep. That's those Mortal Kombat 2. Has anyone seen the new one? I'm looking forward to seeing Mortal Kombat 2. I love the first one. Now, the Mortal Kombat in the 90s was good, but the new Mortal Kombat is even better. And the new one is out. I haven't seen the Mortal Kombat 2 yet, but I love the Mortal Kombat movies. Yeah. Yeah, Leroy, why are you a dick? You're not going to make a lot of friends by being a dick to people. Right. Love is overrated. Sure it is. Because you're incapable of doing it. You have chosen to the path of materialism, to function in the world where it only has value, that human beings only have value if they're able to perform well for you, right? Just like the God Yahweh. Yahweh demands that you follow rules and he will be your God, right? That's all he's interested in. He's an evil God. and he breeds evil human beings that do the same thing. Bolo Campbell, an epic interpretation of the character. He was good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Shao Kahn, please sing me a song of love and fortune, God. Um, uh, uh, there's a lot of beautiful love songs out there. I'm not a singer, so you'll have to go to shares. Do you believe in life after love? Right, Bard. Where she go? Who is she? Who is the she we're talking about here? Oh, let's see here. How are you, Bard? A bard, but you can't sing. So you don't understand the bardic tradition. Not all bards are singers. Some are poets. Others entertain in various ways. Others are into satire. The bard in the history of my ancestors has the gift of the voice. The voice connects you to the ancestral memory, to the divine. See, you're an uncultured human being, Leroy, so you wouldn't know what a real bard is. Dispensationalism, oh shit. The rapture's going to happen, Mark. Yeah. Yeah, I do sing on occasion, but that's not my main thing. When I was a Christian, I led worship at my church. I don't do that anymore. A jester outside of the royal courts. Yes, you don't want to ruin anything in the movie, but Shao's presence as a villain has been done in quite some time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I look at yeah. You bard hard? I bet you do, boy. Boy Boyle, I bet you bought it hard, right? I sing Goblin tonight. I sing the goblins to sleep at night. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Goblin here. Yeah, yeah. The bard can sing when he wants to. I can dance if I want to. I can leave my friends behind. And if you cannot dance, you are no friend of mine, right? Yeah, bardily, all the way, Andrew. That is the way of the bard, right? Everyone can sing. It depends on if they can sing where, right? And singing is not my strong thing. I bust out jingles every now and then. I need 20 more likes, my friends, before I leave today. Go to the top of your screen and give me a touch. Reach out and touch faith, my friends. A great stream, by the way. Thank you, Boy Boyle. We appreciate you being here. Comedy and spirituality together here every day, my friends. I'm out a little bit early today. I got to take my daughter somewhere in about 10 minutes or so. I have to get off. We are going towards the end. Shozy is here. Oh, my. Oh, my. Bar, did you leave your friends in church behind? Do you think I still have one person that chooses to be my friend? You have to understand something, that my clergy shirt was the only thing people were interested in. When they weren't interested in me as a person. So when I left Christianity, they no longer cared about me as a person. I only have one person that still talks to me, fellow clergyman. All of the other people, they only were interested into me because of the ideology that I promoted. They never cared about me. That's what you'll find in Christianity, is they don't really care about you as a person. They're only into the same ideology that you share. And you will find that out when you leave the church, that they never gave a shit about you as a person. They don't care about you. Christians, most of them, they don't care about you. They only care about what you believe in. That's the only thing they support. It's really shameful religion. I need to work longer hours, and you need to stop being a dick. Yeah, I sell hot dogs. Yeah. Look at everyone here who welcomed you. Yeah, people on here, I share an experience with people about how humanity should be, and that appeals to a lot of people, right? Um, your friend got you to meet Debbie Harry. Speaking of the rapture, really, you met this wonderful musician. We were talking about her yesterday and the origins of rap music. She was like one of the first rappers, Debbie Harry. Very powerful musician back in the 70s, right? A lot of religions shun you immediately. The second your beliefs you stop being a human being when you don't have the right beliefs, right? Even the God will I'm going to destroy you. If you don't want to believe in the virgin birth, fuck you. I'm going to kill you now, right? Yeah, Blondie, beautiful singer. The YMCA. You, you are a fan of the Village People? Yeah, they're wonderful homosexuals. Yeah. I've said it this once and I'll say it again. Do not judge one's beliefs, judge them on their honesty and bravery. Judge them by their virtues. And all the people in my church, you have none. A lot of you were assholes, always, right? Thank you for singing. You're welcome. You saw the Village People and the Wallflowers at the same show many, many years ago. The Wallflowers, that was Bob Dylan's son, right? Bob Dylan's son. He had that one song, Wallflower or something. Or is that a different band? I can't remember. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. Can we get 14 more likes before I leave? I'm almost at the end here. I got about 8 minutes left to be with you, my friends, and then I got to start heading out for the day. But I'll come back later tonight to play some video games with you. I'll be in my wizard outfit. Jacob Dylan, One Headlight. That's it. Yeah. He was the Wallflowers. That was a fun band in the 90s, right? One hit wonder. He never produced any other music, did he? Jacob Dylan. Yeah. You put some lotion in the basket. Thank you. Yes, this is Oblivion, and you want me to play that later on today? Maybe. I played that a few times the past month. People really enjoyed Oblivion. Yeah. I don't know what I'll play tonight. I might play Dava Hold again. I don't know. We'll see what mood I'm in later on today. What a legacy to blunder. What do you mean by that? You don't like Jacob Dylan? You don't think I think he did an excellent job. I mean, not everyone can be their parents, right? Nice to see you, Mary. Good to have you here. Don't forget like button, my friends, right there at the top of your screen. Touch it. Double tap your screen. Downloading 8 gigabytes at 10 megabytes per second is fun. Oh, yeah. You're about 5% of that. You'll watch whatever. See, that's true devotion to the tradition of the bard here. Helldivers 2 is a good game. Yeah, that's one I don't have. I don't have Helldivers 2. Is this a thing or not? The microphone? I got 2 turntables and a microphone. Yeah. You're right. Guess I'm just thinking about the big shoes to fill. Well, there's always shoes to fill, right? There's always shoes to fill. You think the Wallfires had more than one hit? Jacob sang better than his dad. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, Dylan had a certain flavor, right? You hit that because I sang for you. You're welcome. You are welcome. I'm off too, but thank you, Chum Dog Billionaire, for your presentation here amongst us today. Come on, 12 more likes, people. Help a bot out. There it is. I'm almost at the end of the show here. 12 more, or I have to go do male prostitution for the rest of the day here. For Super Earth. Yeah. Later about Dylan was pretty gravely. Yeah. Julian Fry, good to see you. Good to have you here. How is life? It's always nice to see Julian here for our entertainment leisure. One headlight would mean something different if it was covered by the Village People. Oh my. It's almost 5 a.m. You got to get some sleep. Take care, Julian. Thank you for being here. You are from Down Under? Is that where you are at? Yeah. Does Ireland need another Michael Collins? I don't know who that is. You have to educate me. We love Ireland here. Yeah, take care, Chum Dog. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay healthy, friend. You're from California. So you work all night long. You work all night long, and you come here in the morning. Yeah. The fastball song, The Way, is really about an odd couple getting lost and dying in the desert. Look at that. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Julian. Oh, spiritual entertainment, my friends. We're almost at the end. Can you believe it? I got on early today. Usually I'm on 8:30 a.m. during the school months, 7 a.m. on the weekends. But I had to get on extra early today because I got to take my daughter. She's got to go to some orientation. Yeah, Michael Collins led the Irish rebellion against the English invaders. Well, the English ain't going anywhere. They're in the mentality of the people now, right? Rory Gallagher is better than Hendrix. You think so? Now, I don't know who Roy Gallagher is. I know who Hendrix is. All along the Watchtower, baby. Based on a true story about Steve. What, you want to hear some stories about Steve? About behind 7-Eleven every Thursday and Tuesday? There's all kinds of stories about Steve, I can tell you. And what he can do to a chili dog at 7-Eleven after we have our romance from our Grinder app. Yeah. John Lennon, Imagine is a good song. Yeah. Imagine all the people, right? Have fun today. Thank you. Awesome and amazing. Lucy, I'm a pro graphic designer, creates YouTube models and stream assets. If anyone is interested, feel free to check out my verified Instagram portfolio. YouTube YT, message me on Discord, Lucy. Yeah, we got to make a living, right, Lucy? You're trying to make it in the world. Yeah, hopefully you have the success you're looking for, right? All along the Watchtower was great with people. Forget it was a Bob Dylan cover, really. Yeah. I remember the funniest song by Jimi Hendrix was Stone Free and Naturally, right? And he was getting high all the time. But he was stone free, right? Imagine all the chili dogs, right? Steve Law, you would love to hear that. Meeting behind 7-Eleven and the magic of Steve and what he can do for his grinder dates. Yeah. My cat is watching our stream from his kitty litter box. Hello, kitty cat. We're helping you make a bowel movement this morning, right? We make a lot of bowel movements here every morning, right? And it's good to know that the animals too get to participate. Thank you for sharing that with us. All right. He was a big fan of the Police. Yeah, we love the Police here. Wonderful group, right? I'm sending out an SOS right now. Well, look at that. We have come to the conclusion, my friends, for your entertainment leisure this morning. Later on, I'll be back today to play some games with you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, my friends. Tune in tomorrow. I'll be back at normal time as well, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Had to do an earlier show today. But I'll return to you later on today. We'll play some video games. I'll be a wizard for you later on. Have a great rest of your day, my friends. Spiritual